This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Hanover community tense after shooting. A joint police-military patrol was deployed to the Logwood community in Hanover yesterday in response to the rising tension after 2 people were shot dead and 2 others injured. 16-year-old student Redre Martinez from Orange Bay and 39-year-old bar operator Kevon Franco Roosevelt were killed during an incident in Roosevelt's bar. The police reported that they were alerted to the incident around 11 a.m., said they found Roosevelt dead in his bar when they arrived. They were later told 3 others who were injured in the attack had been rushed to hospital, and the doctor on duty had confirmed Martinez's death. The other 2 individuals were treated for non-life-threatening gunshot wounds, according to the police report. Yesterday evening, Superintendent of Police in charge of the Hanover Police Division, Sharon B. Putt, said the incident has left the area tense and a joint team made up of members of the Jamaica Defense Force and the Jamaica Constabulary Force was on the ground. Meanwhile, family and friends of those killed are trying to come to grips with their sudden demise. Roosevelt's mother, Sonia Watson, said she had spoken to her son less than 2 hours before he died and that they had made plans for her to visit during her lunch break. She had been trying to get to him when she got the news of his death. After 9 this morning, me dey at work and me talk to him on the phone. Me tell him say after me lunch me will come check him. And him say him out by the shop. So after me take me lunchtime now and come out pon the road they look drive, one taxi man stop me and tell me say him dead, Watson said. She said her son was a jovial person who would cook at his place of business and she was not aware of him being involved in any wrongdoing. An elderly Pansy Smith said she knew Roosevelt from his childhood days. We get along so well. Anywhere I am and Franco see me, him always stop and say, "Auntie, where you go?" Him would stop and carry me load for me, said Smith, breaking down in tears. Anything him have, him would say, "Auntie, come hold this." Pastor charged with raping of 15-year-old. The police yesterday charged a pastor of the New Life Apostolic Church in Montego Bay with raping a 15-year-old member of the church. The man of the cloth has been identified as 39-year-old Jason Omar Rose, who is also a processing clerk from Content District in the parish. Police reported that in March, the 15-year-old student went to visit Rose and his family at his home located on the church premises at 62 Barnett Street in Montego Bay. It is alleged that during the visit, Rose pushed the student on a bed in a room and had sexual intercourse with her against her will. The matter was later reported to the police. The pastor turned himself into the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse on June 7. Following a question and answer interview, he was formally charged yesterday. He is scheduled to appear in the St. James Parish Court on June 14. JDF helicopter goes down on Dumby Holden Farm. A Jamaica Defense Force helicopter made a precautionary landing on farmlands in Dumby Holden, St. Catherine about 2 p.m. yesterday. According to the Army, the helicopter was being flown by a student pilot who was stable and had no apparent physical injuries after he was later evaluated at its Up Park Camp headquarters in St. Andrew. He is being given the appropriate medical support, the Army said, adding that an initial investigation of the aircraft also showed no significant damage. The white helicopter, streaked with black, green, and gold, had the words Jamaica Defense Force emblazoned on the sides and was tagged JDF H-35 with an image of the Jamaican flag on its tail, went down after circling the air for some time, according to persons in the area. Hazel Harriott, who witnessed the happenings from her Callaloo farm, told the news that she saw the chopper flying unusually low overhead before it went down, causing some amount of concern. "Me only see when it started to go down. It was circling for a while and then it slowly went down, and I said to my co-worker that the helicopter crashed. Shortly after, I saw the police and the JDF vehicles started to roll in," Harriott said. The site was sealed off by the JDF soldiers, and when another helicopter surveying the site landed, the pilot disembarked to inform the news that the media was not permitted to get close to the area. A number of farmers told the news that a helicopter had been hovering over their farmlands for the past 4 weeks as if it was on a training mission. The JDF continues to exercise best practices in aviation and will be conducting the appropriate safety investigation to determine the cause and remedies to prevent recurrence, the Army said in a release. Man said to be an ex-cop taken into custody for allegedly stabbing his gay lover to death. The St. Andrew police have reported that they have taken an alleged ex-cop officer into custody in connection with the stabbing murder of another man who is alleged to have been his gay lover at an apartment in St. Andrew on Monday, June 7. The deceased has been identified as Williams Dewar, Information Technology Specialist and Director of Oakland Proprietors Limited of Oakland Apartments on Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew. Reports by the police are that shortly after 2:30 p.m., residents living on the Oakland Spring apartment stumbled upon Dewar's body and summoned them. On the arrival of the lawmen, Dewar was discovered lying in a pool of blood inside the apartment with multiple stab wounds to his upper body. Investigators also stated that a used condom and the suspect's identification card were discovered near the businessman's body. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead and his body removed to the morgue for a post-mortem examination. Residents then told the police that the man now in custody was seen at Dewar's apartment up to the time of his body being discovered. Up to the time of his death, Dewar was said to be an assistant general manager of sales administration, partner relations, and logistics at a reputable company in Kingston. Westmoreland police charged an operator of Rick's Cafe. Detectives assigned to the Westmoreland Police Division have charged one of the operators of Rick's Cafe with breaches of the Spirit Licensed Act and the Municipal Corporation Act. The charges have been laid even as investigations continue into the event that was held at the Negril premises on Thursday, May 27. The man charged has been identified as Conroy Barrett, who was in charge of Rick's Cafe on the date of the event. Investigations are still ongoing. Public defender willing to assist a woman whose baby died after she gave birth unaided at Spanish Town Hospital. Public defender Arlene Harrison Henry says her office is prepared to provide legal representation to Shanique Armstrong, whose baby died after delivery at Spanish Town Hospital last week. Ms. Armstrong says she gave birth in the waiting area of the Accident and Emergency Department with no help from staff. She has blamed the hospital for her baby's death. The public defender has said she will meet with Ms. Armstrong on Thursday, and her office stands ready to give her whatever help we can in keeping with our mandate, and also to go further to provide her with such legal counsel and the legal representation of her choice. Mrs. Harrison Henry said after the meeting with Ms. Armstrong, her office will contact the Spanish Town Hospital in an attempt to investigate the matter. Cop held for sexual assault of minor. A policeman implicated in the reported sexual assault of a male ward has been taken into custody, the news understands. The offense allegedly happened 2 weeks ago while the juvenile was in custody. The constable is attached to the St. Anne Police Division. The matter is being treated quietly as officials have reserved comment. Superintendent of Police Dwight Powell, commander of the St. Anne Police Division, said little when questioned by the news. "I cannot admit or deny the claims at this time," Powell said. Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay, head of the Constabulary's information arm, said that she was not aware of the allegations. "I will have to check," Lindsay said. There have been a number of sexual assault cases with child victims in St. Anne recently, including the allegations of buggery and rape of a 13-year-old girl by several men. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.